don't know why we need another full coverage concealer. Like, honestly, are we trying to cover up our sins or something? Like, what? Hi guys, welcome back to Time Out Show. It's your girl Shayla here. If you're new here, welcome. Take a seat, enjoy the ride. I promise you, it's amazing. It's amazing here, okay? And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for watching and supporting. We're going to be reviewing the KVDGoodApple concealer. When I saw the concealers come out, I thought to myself, maybe this is what I've been missing in my life. You know what? Let's put it to the test. And that is what I'm doing in this video. Okay guys, so I have prepped and primed my skin. Skincare is done, and I've used my Milk Hydrated Primer and my Laura Mercier Blurring Primer. And so I'm just gonna get into the concealers. So I picked up two of the concealers in the shade Tan 169 and Tan 161. So I'm just gonna read a bit of what it says it's gonna do. But honestly guys, like, I'm actually really excited for this, especially because I never actually tried out the KVD Foundation Balm, you know, the Good Apple one. I never tried that out, but there were so many great reviews, so I was super excited to get this. So it's a lightweight full coverage concealer for the under eyes and beyond, crease resistant, no cake, full coverage, infused with apple extract to help nourish the skin. I feel like with concealers, for me, the two most important things is that it's full coverage and it's crease resistant, like it doesn't crease. So let's just get into it. I'm going to just do a quick little swatch of the shades I got. This is Tan 161 and this is Tan 169. So I actually went into the store and I was able to swatch some of the shades. They do have quite a good range of shades, but all the shades weren't available in stores, so I wasn't actually able to swatch the whole range. But I did swatch most of the deep tan and medium categories for you guys, so that would serve as some kind of reference. So yeah, this is Tan 161 and Tan 169. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply Tan 169 to my under eye and yeah, just see what's going on. Actually, I don't think you need quite, I'm hoping I don't need quite a lot of, sorry. I'm just going to blend that out with this Morphe M173 brush. So I blended that out. I think Tan 169 is quite a good, like, subtle brightening shade for me. It's actually almost quite close to my actual skin tone, I think. So yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to compare the KVDGoodApple concealer to one of my current favorite concealers, which is the Shape Tape concealer. I actually do have the Shape Tape concealer in two shades as well, which are also very similar to the shades that I got for the KVD one. I'm just gonna swatch them so you guys kind of see like what we're working with. But to be fair, the comparison isn't going to be based on the color. It's going to be more so based on like the longevity, if it creases, like that kind of thing. So not too much of how it looks color wise. So I swatched my lighter and darker Shape Tape shades. The third one, which is the lighter Shape Tape concealer, is 47S Tan Deep Sand, and the bottom one is 53N Deep. So I'm just going to go in with 53N Deep on my left hand side and do the same thing I've done with the KVD Tan 169. I'm pleasantly surprised that I'm keeping up with the names of these products because whoa. Okay, so I'm gonna try and apply the same amount really. So everything's fair. I'm gonna blend out with a different brush. It's the same Morphe M173 brush, but I'm just using a different one for the Shape Tape side. Right off the bat, I'm not mad at either of them. They do kind of look the same. I've just freshly applied them, so hey. I know there is a slight color difference between both of them, but I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm just going to go over this with my foundation and then I will do the second layer of concealer. Okay, so my foundation's on, and I'm just gonna place my concealers. Just as a reminder, left hand side is the Shape Tape and the right hand side is KVD. So we're gonna go in with the lighter shade, which is Tan 161, on the inner and outer corners. Do that and that. And then I'm gonna go in again with Tan 169, just in the center. Because I typically highlight my like forehead and nose, I'm just going to do that with a KVD one. And then on the other side, I'm going to use my Shape Tape concealers. So I'm going to go in with the lighter shade on the inner corners. You can see for the Shape Tape side, the product is a lot further down on my cheeks, on my face, while for the KVD side, it's a lot more where I actually paste it. But it's all fine because we're going to blend it out anyways. So now I'm just going to go ahead and let them sit for a while I apply some bronzer. Okay, I am back, and I'm going to blend out my concealer. I'm hoping I haven't let this dry down for too long, because I don't actually know how the KVD concealer works. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So far, so good. Like I said, I think that the real test is gonna lie in the longevity, and if it creases, if I can see like fine lines increasing after I powder it. But so far, like, it feels good. It doesn't dry down too fast, and it has excellent coverage. It does have full coverage, so that I'm all happy with. Okay, I'm just gonna switch my brush and blend out the other side. And now that I've blended out the Shape Tape side, I do feel like it does have a tiny bit less coverage than the KVD side. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's not like too obvious, I don't think, but just a tiny bit less coverage. But I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some blush before I set my under eye. So now I'm gonna set my under eye using the Mercier Translucent Powder in the shade Honey. And I'm gonna use a damp beauty blender. So I've set my under eye. I'm just gonna dust off any excess powder around my face. Just because I don't want to make this video too long, I'm gonna go off camera and finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. My makeup is done. I was aiming for a simple eye look, but somehow I ended up with graphic liner. But yeah, let's just ignore that. Yeah. So my makeup is all done. I've applied some setting spray, and first impressions right now, the KVD side does seem a bit more full coverage compared to the Tarte Shape side. I know that the KVD side also seems brighter in terms of like the color, but I'm just going to chalk that up to the fact that the concealers weren't exactly the same color. The Shape Tape side was a bit darker than this side, so I would expect for this to be brighter anyways. But in terms of coverage, I do think that the KVD concealer side is giving me a lot more coverage. Let me know what you think. But right now, what we're gonna do though is we are going to do a little review. So it's 1:13 p.m. and I'm just gonna leave it on for a few more hours, and then I'll be back to tell you guys my final thoughts on the KVD concealer, and you know, if it's worth going to get. But so far I'm loving it. I am back. I've actually had this makeup on for a whole lot longer than I thought I would initially, but here we are at the end of the day. So hey, throughout the day I've obviously redone my lips because I haven't had a gloss on, and I just used my powder brush to like take off some like excess oil around my nose, because I do have oily skin around my nose and T-zone area. As you can probably tell, I have avoided like blotting anywhere else except for my nose. And let's just check in and see what the time is. So it is currently 8 it's currently 8:14. It's currently 8:14, which means I've had this on for a little over 7 hours now, like a little over 7 hours now. So yeah, let's get into it. If you guys remember, this side was the side with the KVD concealer, and this side is the side with the Shape Tape concealer. And I'm just gonna get a mirror and I'm gonna have a closer look at what's going on my face. Okay, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can zoom you guys in just a little bit more so you guys can see for yourself as well. Okay, this is as close and personal as we ain't gonna get, okay? I don't need you guys to see all the pores in my life. I just need you guys to see a little bit of what's going on. Okay, so yeah, I am a bit oily. That's normal and expected at this point of the day. In terms of creasing, they both haven't creased at all. There is a bit of concealer settling, it's like fine lines in both eyes, but it's pretty normal for regardless of whatever concealer you use. It's just something that happens because due to the texture of the skin around that area of our faces. So yeah, products just tend to set on the fine lines, but in terms of creasing, there's been no creasing whatsoever. But what I will say is a notable difference though, is that when I look at the apples of my cheeks on both sides, this side with the KVD concealer does appear that the pores on this side are a lot smaller. So I don't know if it's like minimizing my pores or giving it some kind of blurring effect, or maybe it's just like the full coverageness, maybe it's just the fact that's a full coverage concealer. I don't know if that's what's happening, but it's definitely blurring out my pores a whole lot more on this side. And like I said before, the KVD side is definitely more full coverage than the Shape Tape side. Overall, for 7+ hours of wear and just everything else that I've had to do today, I think the KVD concealer's held up amazingly, honestly. And if the KVD concealer is anything like the foundation, I might just have to get my hands on the foundation. I know I completely ignored it when it came out and everyone was raving about it, because like it was like a balm, and I was just like, no, that's not gonna be good for oily skin, girl. Just no. I will definitely be reaching for it for like more of a full glam kind of day. I definitely approve of this concealer. I think it's amazing. Final thoughts on the KVDGoodApple concealers. They are 100% full coverage. They are lightweight. They are crease resistant, and they do have this kind of like pore blurring effects going on with them. But yeah, that's it. That's me done, and I am going to go get this all off my face now because I'm tired. It's been a long day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope I helped you decide if you wanted to pick up the KVDGoodApple concealer or not. But I think you should, if you're in the market for that kind of product. It's definitely one of the top performing ones. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.